Good day, everybody. Welcome to the second solar system video on how they work, simple videos on how they work. We are a company that has been on this sector for the last 20 years, and so we like to educate our customers and other partners because we get a lot of inquiries on how solar works. So we like to break it down in a simpler way. Our first video was the simplest. We talked of the three main components of a solar system: the solar panel, why use a solar system, a charge controller, what it does, and a battery. Today we are going a bit detailed and just introduce an inverter. Why use an inverter on a solar system? So the main components of the system of today will be: one, the solar panel, which changes light energy or sun energy into electric energy using semiconductor material. Through cable is connected to an electronic component which is called a solar charge controller. Just as the name says, it controls charge. Then from there we go to the battery. What is a battery? A battery is an energy storage, is a container for energy. After you've harvested that energy, you control it with a charge controller and keep it in the battery. You have the energy in the battery. You want to use it with equipment that don't work with the DC current or direct current. What do? You need to convert that. The way of converting the energy you have stored from DC to AC, most of our components, most of our equipment use AC. So the component used to change the stored energy into alternating, or the voltage we use in most of our equipment, is through what we call now an intelligent inverter. Inverter, you give it the 12 volts, then it changes to 240, alternating. That's the principle or the main reason why we have an inverter in the system. There are solar systems that don't need to use an inverter, because if your loads are DC, you'll just run them from the charge controller and you continue using them. So the only reason you introduce the inverter is, one, to raise the voltage, because also DC voltage, you can't take it too far. It's 12 volts. You lose 1 voltage in 12 volts, that's a big percent. If you want the distance, then you use AC, because AC in 240 you lose 1 volt. No equipment will fail to work. So if you have distances in your house of more than 10 meters, again, you can't use a DC system. You are forced to go AC so that you can raise the voltage and distribute it, take it to a distance. I think in a nutshell, that's what I had to say today. Thank you very much for the interest we've seen on our first video. We also welcome you. This has been the second video. We open for interaction. We like to get questions, and we make it an interaction video. We want to hear the challenges technicians, installers, and all these people are having in the site, so that we can all of us discuss it together and help the end users of solar. Welcome, and thank you very much for being part of this solar industry.